live on Facebook.
It's good to be back in Iowa.
And now the K97 Live Tune at Noon, brought to you by BP Concrete Construction and Roll-Offs. It's Canaan James.
Radio keeps playing, I can't hear a word they're saying. Since I put this truck in drive, white lights keep on going, where I'm headed I'm not knowing, but it helps to pass the time. And try north to try on, see some family, summer southwest past Omaha. I left your picture in a field outside of Ogden, 'cause I broke down somewhere between Rippey and Boone. I drove all night long, pulled over to write down this song, 'cause I can't forget the memory of you. Memory of you. Long dirt roads, they ain't no home. It's the only place I can be alone. Walk underneath these stars. My heart keeps pounding in the breeze. I raise my hands and hit my knees. Done all I can do. I still can't forget the memory of you. I left your picture in a field outside of Ogden, 'cause I broke down somewhere between Rippey and Boone. I drove all night long, pulled over to write down this song. I can't forget the memory of you. The memory of you. Drove all night long, pulled over to write down this song. Can't forget the memory of you. The memory of you. The memory of you. Thank you.
Canaan James.
It's good to be back, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. Great to have you back. We had you in the studio about a year ago or so, right? Yeah.
No, it was less, in April.
Oh, okay.
At the MCMO Midwest Country Music Awards show in April.
Yeah, you were rolling into town from you came from New York at the time, didn't you?
So I can't remember. Well, I was going to New York in July for my homecoming tour.
Yeah.
I may have been talking about it then.
Yeah.
Tour went great. I got to play at like 9 shows and 3 county fairs, and it was just so cool. But yeah, it's good to be back and rolling through Fort Dodds and heading out to Marathon and then up to Tremont in Minnesota, and then tomorrow in Fort Dodds, the Community Orchard, and then Sunday Rustic River Winery and Vineyard in Lakeview. And then the following weekend, I'm at Arnold Park at the Lakeview deck. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'll bet. I mean, great time of year, and like the weather we've been having should be a nice outdoor set, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about going out and playing these shows?
I think the best part is the connection with the people. Being able to write music like what you just heard and knowing that it's meant for the people in Iowa and the people in Minnesota and the Midwest as a whole. And I've written new songs that have to do with the Field of Dreams, which I went there too. And just really being able to connect with the people here on a level, and the amount of welcome and reception as like I got 2 phone calls on the way here this morning alone. And like, it's just so cool because like people care, like genuinely care.
Yeah. And throwing in, I mean, you're dropping some cities that aren't real far from here, Ogden, Boone, like stone's throws.
Yeah. Reppy. And so it's just, gives people something to claim. And I was wrong. Like someone wrote a song about our town, and, it's just that to me, that's the most important thing about doing what I'm doing is for the agricultural community, for the farmers, the people who really work to put food on our tables. I want to come to them personally, shake their hand and say, thank you for what you do. And I will not forget you, because I grew up in the same kind of environment, but just in New York. We had dairy farms. I grew up in there was a cornfield behind our house. I remember one summer, it was just about for them to cut down the corn for the year. And I had corn ears just stuffed in my pants because I didn't want them to go to waste. I was like, no, they're not. No, I'm going to go get what I can. But just those memories of the same kind of,
Yeah, so you were more upstate New York?
And the Catskills.
And I think a lot of people that aren't familiar with that area, they think New York, oh, New York City, hustle and bustle.
Exactly.
But it's a big state.
And there are some serious hillbillies in New York. But being able to go back to like where my grandparents grew up and they made a name for themselves, being able to go back to those county fairs and play.
Yeah.
Like it was just so surreal. Like, man, they would have loved this. They would have loved being here and knowing that I'm back here saying thank you for what they did for us. So, and that's kind of why I'm here too, is, when I went up to Tremont north of Minneapolis, I went up to the Bob Country up there with Brandon. But as we were going through like New Ulm, and then going out to Tremont and all those towns, because I'd never been to Minnesota before until then. And I was like, man, if I ever want to come back to Minnesota, I would want to play here. So they set the whole thing up, and now I'm going there. And then I'm like, well, if I'm playing there, I got to play in Iowa. So Fort Dodge, absolutely, I want to play here.
Yeah, Community Orchard too.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a great kind of family setting.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot of your music, it seems like it is family friendly.
And that's like the key too, is I want it to be appropriate for all ages. Like just last week, my daughter's teacher played my song on the TV in the classroom, and there was no complaints. And they're 7th grade kids, and they normally have something to complain about.
Oh yeah, they're kids.
But they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's your dad. That's so cool." But knowing that an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old can listen to my music and not want to go, let me just turn that off.
It seems like you do have a way of reaching multiple generations, and I mean even from different backgrounds. We were talking off air, like if you get a request for like a rock and roll song.
Oh, absolutely. Alice in Chains, Tool, Shinedown, Down, Cedar, Breaking Benjamin, you name it. I play it all, and I love rock.
And then even R&B and stuff too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all that. Like, I mean, you know, it takes a good spirit to be able to do that, to kind of mold to their audience.
And I think that's really a part of the connection with people. Is like I see so many people, Scott Kirkhart, Lee Klett, and Jordan Beam, and Jade Nelson, and Matt Gronke, and like all those people who I met at the award show, and they're playing to such a diverse crowd of people, and I love seeing that, because it inspires me to want to come out here more, because the reception out here is just top notch. There's just it's unlike any other area in the U.S. I feel the Midwest, when it comes to supporting local and supporting independent artists, y'all get it, and I love, like, I want to be a part of that. I want to put my foot in the door and say, hey, I want to do it too.
Yeah. And that's a good thing for musicians like you to be a part of the Midwest Country Music Organization.
Right. And what a lot of people don't realize is I've been coming back to the Quad Cities area, Dubuque, for almost 10 years now, to play at the Sandy Hook, at Eichmann's, at Northside, at Shore and Bellevue, at Coconut Cove, all over that way. And you know, being able to come back and forth and really get to build a relationship with people. And they know that it's genuine. Like, I have a genuine desire to want to come out here. And even with K97, with Cadence and you, and, you know, Mary and Todd, and all those people who, when I came here, they were just so welcoming. Like that. It's just, I want in. I want in.
Well, we are very happy you were able to come in today.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's go over those shows again. Let's give people a reminder when they can catch you while you're around here.
Okay, so tonight is Tremont, Minnesota at Tremont Town Center. And then tomorrow is the Community Orchard in the Fort Dodge.
Is that an afternoon show or
that is 6 to 9, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So an evening show.
Yeah,
all right, great.
So it'll be perfect weather.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is Rustic River Winery, and that's at 2 to 5. And then
you gonna take a pole? You gonna take a pole with you? Drop it in the water? Drop a line in the
oh,
water?
absolutely. I have the whole suitcase just for tackle.
Wow.
I was like, I don't want to carry on. I want my tackle. I want my rods. I want my reels, and I've got just ridiculous. And then next weekend, the 20th, is Lakeview Deck at Arnold Park. And then the 21st at 11 o'clock, same venue, same place at 11.
Nice.
So I get to make a whole weekend out of where I first really got my long-term stay on the west side of Iowa. So that's just so cool.
Yeah. Well, again, we are very happy to have you in here. Glad you were able to come in, and best of luck at your shows.
Yes, and we'll see some people. So I've heard at these shows. So
yeah, definitely don't want to miss it.
It'll be good. Yeah. It'll be good.
Kane James, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
love you guys. Love Iowa.
Here's your tune this time.
Go Hawkeyes.
Yeah. It's Iowa's favorite country, K97.